All right, puff pastry. And we're just gonna roll this out with the parchment paper on our sheet pan. All right, we're instantly gonna come in with our knife and we're gonna cut some diagonal slits right along our puff pastry, just like so. This is a super easy, yummy treat that is great for summer or fall. I cannot wait for you guys to see what this comes into. All right, we have our cuts on both sides, leaving the middle untouched. Now I'm gonna come in with my favorite ingredient, my Philadelphia cheesecake no bake. You guys know I love this stuff, and we're gonna add a generous amount right in the center of our puff pastry. And yes, you can bake this no bake cheesecake. It doesn't change anything about the taste. It is so yummy, so delicious. And this dessert is a must try, especially if you love cheesecake. So we're gonna just spread this out so we have a nice layer right in the center, not touching those cuts. All right, we used about 1/3 of our container and that looks perfect. Now our next step is probably my favorite, but we are gonna add some apple pie filling. Yes, you can add whatever pie filling you want. I have made this with cherries before and it is so yummy, but we're doing apples this time because it reminds me of fall, reminds me of Thanksgiving, which this would be the perfect dessert to make for Thanksgiving. So we're just adding some pie filling right on top of that cheesecake. Once again, not touching those cuts that we made on the sides of our puff pastry. And you can add as much or as little as you like. I think we're gonna use most of this can, if not all of it. Okay, perfect. Now, for my favorite part, we're gonna go ahead and take our little cuts that we made and we're gonna stretch it over our pie filling and our cheesecake, just like so. We're gonna do a nice little braid with our puff pastry. This is such a fun dessert to make and it will totally impress your guests, especially if you are hosting for Thanksgiving. So let's go ahead and finish up our braid, just alternating sides as we fold in our puff pastry cuts. All right, we're placing our last little folds, just tuck it right on top, just like so. And now we're gonna do one more thing before we pop this in the oven. We are gonna grab our egg and we are gonna do an egg wash on top of our puff pastry. You can do a milk wash or a water wash, but I find that the egg wash makes the puff pastry the most golden brown and flaky, which is our goal for this recipe. So we're just gonna brush that little egg right on top and then this will be ready to get cooking. I'm so excited. It's gonna make our house really smell delicious. I'm just finishing up here. That looks absolutely perfect. This is gonna go in the oven at 400 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, so we're starting off with our sheet of puff pastry on our sheet pan. Now I'm gonna bring in my Tillamook medium cheddar and we're gonna come over to our cheese grater that we have right here. And we are gonna grate this whole block of cheese right onto our puff pastry. Now I am using cheddar cheese, but you could use American cheese, you can use mozzarella, you can use Colby Jack, you can use whatever cheese you like for this super easy and delicious lunch. All right, and that was 8 ounces of our cheddar cheese, and we're just gonna kind of allocate that cheese to the center of our puff pastry, but we are not done with our cheeses yet. I'm also gonna come in with my extra sharp white cheddar. So we got medium cheddar and white cheddar. Those are my 2 favorite cheeses for this easy lunch. And just like the medium cheddar, we are gonna shred this whole 8 ounces right on there. All right. So that is 16 ounces of cheese. That's 2 cups of cheese right on top of our puff pastry. We can go ahead and move that out of the way and start distributing our cheese evenly onto our puff pastry. And once you're happy with your amount of cheese, we're gonna grab a second puff pastry sheet. Roll that super quick, just like so. kind of line it up perfectly with our other puff pastry. And then we'll take off our parchment paper. I did keep that first sheet of parchment paper on there. And then once it's lined up, we're gonna grab our fork, and just like a pie, we are gonna go ahead and close those edges together. So we have the cheese, we have the 2 puff pastries. Oh, this is gonna be so good. All right, and that is perfection. There's one more thing we're gonna do to this, and that is a quick little butter wash. I have some melted butter, and we are just gonna grab our little brush, and we are gonna soak this thing with our melted butter. We're gonna get those edges, we're gonna get the whole top, because we want a nice buttery brown puff pastry. So let's do this super quick. Look, we used all of that buttery melted. Get a little bit last bit on there.
Beautiful.
All right, and our giant puff pastry grilled cheese is ready for the oven. My oven is set to 400, and it's gonna be in there for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, that's just our puff pastry. I'm gonna rotate it super quick. And now I'm gonna come in with my already cooked hash browns, and we're gonna add about 4 of our hash browns on one side of our puff pastry for this super easy and delicious breakfast. We kind of wanna have a border with our hash browns. Next, I'm coming in with my bacon, and we're putting that right on top of our hash browns. Yummy. And of course, this needs some cheese, and I am doing something very Gouda, which is our Gouda cheese. I absolutely love Gouda. I just think it's a little bit more elevated than like a cheddar or, you know, a Swiss, but you can use whatever cheese you like. And we are gonna add about 4 slices of cheese right into our puff pastry. This is gonna be a super easy and delicious breakfast that you're gonna wanna make every time family comes over. I think I'm actually gonna use 6 slices of cheese because cheese makes everything better. Now, of course, this is a breakfast, so we need eggs, and I'm doing scrambled eggs, and I kind of left them a little bit softer than I normally would. And we're gonna put this right on here. This is just 6 eggs that I scrambled up. I didn't add anything to it. I will season them a little bit before we get this in the oven. We're gonna keep our seasoning super simple with the blend, which is salt, pepper, and garlic, everything I need on my eggs. And yes, I like garlic on my eggs. If you don't, just skip it. All right, and that looks perfect. Now we're gonna go ahead and fold over our other side of our puff pastry, and then peel back that parchment paper just like so. And then I'm just gonna grab a fork so that we can really get these edges pushed together. Ooh, it's gonna be almost like a breakfast Pop-Tart, but a big one, a big juicy one that everyone will love. All right, we're gonna make this look a little fancier. So I'm gonna bring in my knife, and I'm gonna start with the center diagonal. And this is just a butter knife because we don't want to cut all the way through our puff pastry. We kind of just want to make like a little design on our puff pastry. And we're just following those lines across our puff pastry. That looks absolutely stunning. Now I'm going to come in with an egg because we're going to do an egg wash. I always need to do an egg wash on my puff pastry because that's what gets our puff pastry nice and golden. Yep, and that's what we want. We want it to be flaky, golden, and delicious. So we're gonna brush this right on top of those beautiful markings we did on our puff pastry. I did get one little cut, but like I said, it's okay. Just lets that inside breathe a little bit. And we're going heavy-handed with our egg wash because, like I said, this is what makes it beautiful and golden and just so appealing. And you can even get some on those little edges so they stay stuck together. All right, this is done with the egg wash. I'm gonna add one little flare, and this is optional. I have some rosemary, just some nice herbaceous flavor, and we are gonna place some rosemary just strategically onto our puff pastry. All right, this is finally ready for the oven. My oven is set to 375, and it's gonna be in there for 20 to 25 minutes. All right, that was our puff pastry that we unrolled. Now I'm coming in with my spinach dip, and we are going to spread our spinach dip on half of our puff pastry. This is such an easy and delicious 3-ingredient appetizer, perfect for the holidays, perfect for any occasion. It is so tasty. Now I am obviously using store-bought spinach dip, but you can make your own. You could also do a spinach artichoke dip, but I love this specific brand of spinach dip, so that's why I went for it. And we're just making sure we have a nice layer on half of our puff pastry from edge to edge on this side. All right, so we used about half of that container on there, which should be plenty. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fold my puff pastry right in half, making sure that it's lined up perfectly. And we can pull back that parchment paper and kind of smush that together. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and rotate this. Now I'm gonna bring in my pizza cutter, and we are gonna cut our puff pastry into slivers, just like so. They are about 1/2 inch wide, and we're gonna do that until we have cut all our pieces. Probably get double this amount if you get 2 puff pastries. All right, and now we are gonna grab our puff pastry strips, and we have it pulled out just like this, and we are going to start twisting. So just turning one edge while holding the other one. Might get a little messy, but just keep going at it until you have a nice little spiral. And then we're going to take this over to our sheet pan, and we are going to create a little pinwheel just like so. Beautiful. With each of our little puff pastries. We're gonna grab another one. It is a messy recipe, and you can wear gloves if you'd like, but I washed my hands really well after handling everything. So we're gonna just keep twisting on until we get these all into little spinach pinwheels. Look how cute these are coming together.
Super cute.
All right, we fit 5 on our sheet pan. We have the others on another sheet pan, but our last ingredient for this easy appetizer is some butter. I'm doing a quick little butter wash on this, but you could do an egg wash or a milk wash. I just think that butter gets that puff pastry nice and brown and flaky, and that's exactly what we want these to be. But look how fun and festive these are. They almost remind me of like a Christmas wreath, but I am so excited to get these in the oven and see what they look like once they bake. All right, my oven is set to 400, and this is gonna be in there for about 20 to 25 minutes. Oh my, this looks even better than I expected. The only thing that will make this better is a little bit of powdered sugar that we're gonna sprinkle right on top of this entire thing. Oh,
it smells so good.
It smells like apple pie.
Oh my goodness.
All right, so now we are gonna go ahead and move this onto our cutting board. Whoop. Start off with just grabbing that parchment paper, and then we can just slide it right off. Oh, look at that beauty. Okay, it's time to cut a slice. Ooh, that cheesecake, the apple pie, the puff pastry. This is about to be my new favorite dessert. All right, time to give this a try. That was really hot, you guys.
Oh.
But oh my goodness, it was worth it, because that is so tasty. Oh my, would you look at that crazy puff pastry grilled cheese? Okay, we are gonna go ahead and take our parchment paper and slide it right onto our cutting boards. Woo, look how good that looks. It is time to cut a piece. Woo-hoo. I can't wait.
Oh, it looks delicious.
Wow, that is so good. Look at that perfectly cooked bottom. Oh my, look how cute this came out. Oh, it's so adorable. I did remove the parchment paper just so we could have a better reveal, but this looks absolutely delicious. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a piece. I think I want this little corner piece right here. Oh, look at that. That looks absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and put it on our plate. And I need some sriracha on this. This is obviously optional. That's why I'm only putting it on mine. But hot sauce makes everything better. Yum. Woohoo! Looks stacked and ready to enjoy.
Good.
That's phenomenal. Oh my. Not only do these look incredible, they smell incredible. Ooh, this is just the first batch, but I am ready to give them a try. Make sure to get them loosened up from that parchment paper. And then I have a cute little plate to display them on. I think it's time to give this a try.
They smell so good.
Yeah, let's go. Ooh, looks so flaky and delicious.
Is it good?
I think Sheldon wants some because it's so good.